The legislative session wrapped at dawn this morning, and after it did, I went one-on-one with the governor. A tight 5-minute interview is hardly time for all the issues, but I managed to get some insight into the bills, starting with the vetoed campus guns.
This piece of legislation was basically in conflict, if you will, with the federal government's legislation, because our legislation implied, at least by the way that we read it, that you could have guns in kindergarten.
Conflicts on the federal level as well. Is that one of your reasons for not letting the birther bill, so-called birther bill, go by?
I don't believe it would have ever passed muster with the Department of Justice.
Have your politics changed?
No. Absolutely not. I'm still the same person that ran for office 30 years ago. But as you govern, you have to do the right thing. You have to look at the implications, the costs, and when they don't all come up with an A, then you can't support it.
I know that we're out of time, but I want to give you an opportunity to touch on the adoption bill.
It's just a little checklist. It doesn't mean, that because you aren't a mother and a father, that you are not going to be able to adopt. That's not the way that it works. It's just kind of a standard, and it'll work out okay. I think there's a huge overstatement in regards to that piece of legislation.
If there were things that you didn't see working out okay, would you be able to step in and make some changes then?
Well, I probably couldn't do that independently. I'd have to go through the legislature. I'm always willing to come back and address or to look at legislation.
What still keeps you up at night?
The economy. We know that we're going to have to really roll up our sleeves and work really, really hard, because we know the #1 priority is jobs, and working with the federal government in regards to our health care issues in the state of Arizona, because they're very, very costly. And we, of course, don't have a whole lot of money. So if we don't get the kind of cooperation or the flexibility from the federal government, it's going to be very, very difficult.